In this video, we learn how to do long division when the answer is a whole number. So for example, let's say we wanted to do 535 divided by 5. So we start by writing the 5 on the left, and then we draw these lines like this, and then we put 535 on the right. And then starting from the left of this number, we find the first number that 5 goes into. So the first number is 5, and 5 does go into 5, and it goes into it once. So we put the 1 at the top, and then we write 5 over here. So that's just 5 times 1. And then we subtract these numbers, so that gives 0. Then we bring down the next digit, and then we see how many times 5 goes into 3. So 5 doesn't divide 3, so we have to bring down another digit. So this becomes 35. But when we bring down the second digit, we have to add a 0 at the top. And we do that for every subsequent digit that we bring down. So it's only the first digit that we bring down that we don't add a 0 at the top. So 5 goes in 35 7 times, so we put 7 at the top, and then we put 35 over here, so that's just 5 times 7. And then we subtract these numbers, so 35 minus 35, that's 0, and then the answer is 107. Okay, let's do another example. So let's say we wanted to do 7,021 divided by 7. So we start by laying it out as before. And we can see that 7 goes into 7, which is the first number from the left for this number. So we put 1 over here because it goes into it once. And then we put 7 times 1 below the 7. And then we subtract the numbers, so that gives us 0. Then we bring down the next digit. So that's still 0. And 7 doesn't go into 0, so we have to bring down another digit. So that becomes 2. And then when we bring down the second digit, we have to add a 0 for that. But 7 still doesn't go into 2, so we have to bring down the next digit. So that becomes 21. And then we add a 0 because we brought down the next digit. So 7 goes into 21 3 times, so we put 3 at the top. And then we put 7 times 3, which is 21 over here. And then we do 21 minus 21, so that's 0. And since we don't have any, we can't divide 0 by 7, the division stops there. So the answer is just 1003. Okay, one final example. So let's say we wanted to do 355 divided by 5. So we write it out as before. And then we find the first number from the left that 5 goes into. So 5 doesn't go into 3, so we move to the next number, which is 35. 5 goes into 35 7 times, so we put 7 at the top, and then we put 35 over here. And then subtracting the numbers gives 0, so we bring down the next digit, So that becomes 5. And then 5 goes into 5 once, so we put 1 at the top, and then we put 5 times 1 over here. And then we subtract the numbers, which gives 0. So that's where the division stops, and the answer is 71.